Hey everybody, and welcome back to RNBHomestead. Today we're going to be planting some parsley. We're planting a lot of herbs now. It is June in 7A where I'm at, and of course you have your when you're supposed to plant, when you're not to. Herbs are one of those things that you can plant year round. You can plant them in containers. You can plant them outside, of course. You can plant them on your windowsill. And of course, everyone knows I container garden on my balcony. So I want to thank you guys for joining me while I container garden on my balcony until I get my land in. Well, that's up in the air. But until that time, make sure you hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I do a video. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button and share our videos with all your family and friends. Make sure to give us those thumbs up. But without further ado, let's get into this video. So welcome back. So, like I said before, we're going to be doing some parsley. And like I said before, parsley is one of those things that you can plant on your windowsill and do it all year long. But always check your grow zone so you know when your first frost date is, when your last frost date is, so you know when you can go ahead and plant these inside and outside in the ground. Now mind you, I'm container gardening, so I do everything from seeds right now, and I have my little grow lights and everything inside. So mine is a little bit different than sowing directly into the ground, where in a lot of places now the weather has gotten really nice where you can direct sow into the ground. But for me, we're going to go ahead and plant the little seeds in my container before they go ahead and go into their permanent home. Now I'm going to bring you a little bit closer so you can see exactly what I'm doing. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to give you some tips on growing parsley as far as the germination and harvesting and the type of soil that I use. So let's get to it. So I've gone ahead and I've brought you closer to the containers here. So as I said before, I like my soil when dealing with seeds to be fluffy and airy, and so the seeds can break through the dirt. So I use seed starting potting mix. And you can usually get this fairly inexpensive in the store. So go ahead and fill that up. Make sure I spread this around. Make sure I got dirt in every tray. Nicely in every tray. Then I go ahead and push my thumb down to where I want to plant my seeds. Okay. So like I said before, we're planting some parsley. And the parsley, it takes a long time. It takes like 3 to 4 weeks for parsley to germinate. Yes, I said 3 to 4 weeks just to germinate. And then once it germinates, you can go ahead and it takes about that long to germinate, depending on what the parsley type that you have. Now this particular parsley I have is Italian parsley, and that's why it takes that long. Other parsley can take you up to 10 days to germinate. So it really depends on the type of parsley that you're growing, how long it takes to germinate. And then once it germinates, I like to let it grow about 3 to 4 inches, and then I put it in its permanent little pots, and then I let it sit indoors again under the grow lights for another about 3 weeks, and then I harden it off outside and let it stay out there a couple of hours every day for a whole week until I put it out there permanently. So let's go ahead and plant our little parsley seeds. And like I said before, depending on the type of parsley, like I'm doing Italian parsley, and it's a container variety, it takes about 21 to 28 days to germinate. Now, some people's like, well, my parsley only took 10 days. Again, follow the instructions on the package that you have of seeds, because again, there's various types of parsley and basil and chives, so they all have different germination times. Go ahead and open this little packet, and I'm going to put like 4 seeds per container, and you'll see why in a minute, because these are what parsley seeds look like. And as you can see, they're very, 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 very tiny. So we're going to go ahead and try to get 4 in each container. I probably done got like 6 or 7 in each container because the seeds are so small. But you can always thin them out if it gets too much. Go ahead and close that up. Put my little packet over here, because again, I put my packets in their little bags and I save them. Now that I've gone ahead and done that, we're going to go ahead and cover the seeds with about 1/4 of an inch worth of soil. You don't want to bury them all the way underneath. You got to make sure that they have room to grow roots and to break the soil. And I want to thank you guys for joining me, because again, this is your garden and you garden your way. I'm just giving you some tips on how I do it. If you have some tips and you find that other things work, hey, let me know. It's all about the grow game. So we're going to go ahead and take our stick, and we're going to we're not going to use the pen because that's not going to work, and we're going to put parsley on here. We're going to put 610, and I'm doing 45 days before it's ready. Some people say 30, some say 60. But I can tell you this particular brand, it does take a while for it to germinate. So we'll go ahead, put the little parsley in there, and you're all set. So we're all set here. We have our parsley. What I'm going to do is, of course, put it in one of the trays, the tray behind me. And again, I water from the bottom. So I fill the tray up and it waters from the bottom. It helps to keep the little gnats down, even though, as you can see, I have my little yellow sticky tabs just waiting for them just in case. But I water from the bottom. So I want to thank you guys for coming along, planting some parsley with me, taking this journey. And of course, you know, with any gardening, you have your gardening hiccups and then you have your garden successes. I did pull some collars, but at the end of the week I'll be doing probably another video to show you some the collars that I do have, because it's getting about 80 degrees on a regular basis here in Virginia. So they're probably just, it is what it is with them right now. So I'm going to cut what I can harvest from my vats and from my champion collard greens, and then they'll be done until the fall. I probably won't. I'll probably plant some more maybe in September when it's getting ready and they can get that little frost on them, so they're not nasty. Also, I'm gonna try some kale coming up here within the week. Everyone probably gonna think I'm crazy, but it's gardening. It's not a science. So make sure you hit that bell notification, and also make sure you subscribe to our channel so you're notified every time that I do a video, and we can go ahead and grow together. Until next time, see you later.